Hey everyone, it's Steve from the garden. Well, the winter is on its way here. This weekend we're going to start getting winter-like temperatures, and it'll probably be like that for pretty much from here on out until spring starts. So what I want to do now is go and harvest some of my carrots, see how we're doing, put them in the storage, and then we'll evaluate how the carrot season has gone. So I don't know exactly what we got down here. Some of them I'm sure are going to be on the larger side and some are going to be on the smaller side. So what I'm going to do is just kind of feel around and pull the dirt off to see how big the carrot looks. Like this one looks okay, so let's try to see if we can pull this one out. Okay. And I can see some of these other ones that are in here are a little bit smaller. But like this one looks quite nice. So let's go and pull that one out. So that doesn't look too bad either. Now these two that are over here look a little bit smaller. So I'm going to leave those and pull this one that's next to them. That should free up a little room around them so that they can get a little bit bigger. Pull this one out. Oh, that one, the shoulder didn't look too bad, but obviously not too good there. Let's see on this other side. This one looks pretty decent. Let's see how it looks. Well, that looks pretty nice. Let's see. That one feels okay. Not too bad. Big. Again, up on the top it didn't look too bad, but you know, not that big overall. How about on this side? Now this one up in front, that one's small, and so is the second one, so we'll pull this third one out. Not bad. Here's a bigger one over here. This one looks pretty nice, at least on the top. Yeah, not too bad. This one also looks pretty good. I'll go through and I'll kind of pick through some of these and see what we got. And then I'll come back to you. Well, this is what I pulled out so far. You know, it's a pretty good stack of carrots right here. And I have to say, you know, without question, this is the best carrot harvest I've had since I started growing carrots. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit in the house because it's starting to get dark outside. But there we are. Now that we're in the house, I want to get these carrots ready for long-term storage. So I'm going to start by not washing them. I'm going to just leave them as they are and when they came out of the ground. I am snapping off the greens because that's supposed to be detrimental to storing the carrots long term. For the extra storage, I'm going to put them in the paper grocery bag, and then I'll store them out in the garage. My garage, especially during the winter time, is about as close as I can come to having a root cellar. Now, as far as my thoughts on the success of this season, I've already said that this is definitely the best carrot growing season I've had. And some of the contributing factors today, I think, are, you know, one, forking the bed before I start doing anything, and then having a nice, good, loose mix of homemade compost, peat moss, and vermiculite in there, so that I had a nice loose soil that the carrots could grow down through, but one that also held on to moisture so that the carrots had the water they needed to actually grow. Another important factor, I think, was having that drip irrigation system so that the carrots had the water they needed for germination, but also during the main growing part, you know, I could get them the water they needed over like a longer period of time without using like a ton of water. Now, I did notice that, you know, part of the bed I went through and thinned, and the other part I did not. And the part of the bed where I did do the thinning, those definitely produced the largest carrots, which is not surprising because there's not the competition that would take place between a much more crowded carrot growing spot. So going forward, I think I will pay more attention to thinning out the carrots so that I get more carrots like this and fewer like this. Now the small ones I did leave out in the bed. You know, now that I've created more space by taking out the larger ones, hopefully they'll be able to grow and mature and get the decent size. Now, if you have any carrot growing tips, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'd love to read them. And until then, I hope you enjoyed, hope you got something out of this, and we'll see you on the next one.